Hi, this is Scott with CrossBikeReview.com. I'm here at Interbike 2017, and with me in the Skratch Lab booth is Alan Lim. Alan, thanks very much for letting us come in and tell us a little bit about what you do and everything. How did Skratch Lab start?
Well, we started in a paint shaker at McCucken's hardware store in Boulder, Colorado. I was on the pro cycling tour, working as a sports scientist. Athletes were always complaining that their sports nutrition, their drinks, their bars made them sick. They'd puke on my brand new shoes. It was a total disaster. Being the vain, entrepreneurial type of inventor, science guy I am,
Right. Yep.
I started tinkering and making the stuff for them. Actually, I'm not really much of an entrepreneur. I never wanted to start a business. I didn't think this was going to turn into a business.
It just happened?
It just happened. So many athletes were asking for it. We were literally using a paint shaker at the local hardware store to mix this stuff.
Do you have the original paint shaker?
We still have the original paint buckets, and the paint shaker is still at McCucken's. A little bit of history there. But what ended up happening was that other riders, people were beginning to buy our products, and they were giving us all this great feedback that it was really helping them. We became inspired to help others become better.
Well, yeah, a lot of people don't know about it, but diet is 80% of it. 80% nutrition. So what you put into your body is really, really important because it's work plus rest, and that'll equal success. And you got to give your body everything it needs to perform optimally. Would you agree with that?
Work plus rest
Equals success.
equals success.
I kind of see you and I are cut from the same cloth. I'm an
Yeah.
exercise physiologist, but
Yeah.
when instead of you and I can talk science, but I kind of take it down a little level and I try and simplify it so everybody can just don't
Yeah.
have to
See this
worry
space
about-
between my knees? That's where the pillow goes.
Okay.
Most of the time.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good
so
to know.
I get you.
I'm all right. So we got some great products here. So let's start with here. You got your drink mix.
We
Tell us
got
about this.
our standard drink mix. We're doing a whole new rebranding, new bags all across the board. People would complain about the Ziploc, so we fixed the Ziploc, we fixed the bag, bigger hole for your hand. That was another complaint. So I think all around better. But we really have two great new flavors: our passion fruit and strawberries.
Strawberries.
It's delicious.
All right, strawberries are good.
All of these formulas have just a tad more salt than they did in the past. We, over the years, have been doing all the sodium sweat analysis,
Right.
looking at the electrolyte profile
Right.
from athletes, what they actually lose. And so we've upped our sodium just a tad, about 10% across the board. So that's new.
So that's okay, great. And then I hear you also have some bars, huh?
Oh my gosh. We have new energy bars. We are launching these energy bars on October 16th. We have a line of bars that all have a nut base. So it's either an almond cashew or say almond tahini. We add oats, we add different crisps, a quinoa crisp, brown rice crisp, some sorghum flakes. And then we flavor with different inclusions, either whole pistachios and cherries or a cherry pistachio, almonds, cranberries, big chocolate chunks for our chocolate chip and almonds.
You put nuts in them?
We put nuts in them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just to make sure.
yeah, nuts.
Right.
Nuts. No peanuts, but nuts.
But nuts.
Nuts. Everyone's trying to get their nut. So we've got your nut here for you.
Sounds great.
We
Hey,
also are making a ginger miso. This is a
Stop
savory
it.
bar. It's a savory bar.
Ginger miso.
It's got miso, candied ginger, a little shiitake mushroom, some soy, a little bit of red pepper flake at the end, and just a hint of maple for the Canadians.
Hey.
Yeah.
So how much are the bars going to go for?
Bars are going to go for $265, which is right in line.
Yeah. How many calories?
This ranges from about 220 for most of the bars. 220 calories. It's a mixed macronutrient profile, so about 60% carbohydrate, 30% fat, 10% protein, very little sugar, only 3 grams of sugar in our ginger miso, but 220 calories, so you gotta eat them when you're hungry. Don't eat them when you're not hungry.
Right. It's getting the right fuel mixture.
Yeah, and this is a fuel mixture for off the bicycle as well as on the bicycle, because sometimes, you know what, you get hungry when you're not on the bicycle.
You do.
Yeah.
It's happened to me.
It's not just about
Really.
bikes, man. It's also about life.
It is.
Yeah.
All right. So how much is it? How much are the bags of the hydration mix?
The bags are $19.50. You get a deal with the 3-pounder. So you'll get about a 20% discount if you buy the large format size.
Nice.
Oh, you know, we also have a new endurance recovery mix.
Stop it.
So we use a complete milk protein in our recovery drink. Our recovery drink is essentially a really high-grade chocolate milk without any of the weird gums or emulsifiers. So it's portable, but the problem with chocolate milk is that not everyone can drink milk.
Right.
So we're adding the enzyme lactase to our recovery mix, and this breaks down the lactose so people who are lactose intolerant can actually use our product.
And just so everybody knows, anytime you have a suffix at the end of the word ASE, that's actually an enzyme, and the suffix OSE, that means a sugar, like lactose, sucrose, fructose, so forth, right?
Yeah.
And in this case, in sugar size matters, right?
Sugar size always matters, even if people don't
Right.
like to talk about it. That being said, at the end of the day, all these sugars digest into three simple sugars, either fructose, glucose, or galactose.
Yeah.
So the result is always the same. How you get there, maybe a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're still talking about sports drinks?
We are. Also, well, nutrition.
Yeah.
Nutrition.
So anyways, we're also adding probiotics to this. A probiotic called BC30. There's some studies out that show that this probiotic helps make proteins more bioavailable.
Bioavailable, which means you get more of the protein. You don't lose as much when you digest it and absorb it.
That's right.
Oh, I'm smarter than I look.
That's right.
Alan, thank you very much for letting us come by. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome.
Hopefully I'll get to sample some of these and write a review up on it. This is Scott of
Put
CrossBikeReview.com.
this in your mouth now. You can sample it.
Thanks. Scott of CrossBikeReview.com. Here by 2017. See you later.